Dodgers fans, we have a burning controversy in MLB. And this time, Dave Roberts didn't stay silent. Before the game against the Braves, our head coach made it clear that he is against the so-called torpedo bats, the controversial bats used by the Yankees, which are causing an absurd increase in home runs. Roberts made it clear this should be illegal. But why does he think that? And how could this impact the Dodgers and MLB as a whole? Let's break this down and see if he has a point. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like because today's discussion is going to be intense. What are torpedo bats? If you haven't heard about torpedo bats yet, let's explain quickly. These bats have a different design, shifting more toward the sweet spot, the part of the bat where contact generates maximum power. The result? More home runs and balls leaving the field at impressive speeds. The concept was developed by Aaron Leonhardt, an MIT physicist who worked with the Yankees, helping Giancarlo Stanton elevate his performance in the 2024 playoffs. Now, several players on the New York team are using this innovation, and the results speak for themselves. 15 home runs in the first 3 games of the season. But is that fair? Is this just another case of technological evolution, or is it an unfair advantage that MLB should regulate? Dave Roberts' position. In the press conference before the game against the Braves, Dave Roberts got straight to the point. These bats give an unfair advantage to those using them. According to him, MLB should act immediately and ban them before they completely change the dynamics of the game. And honestly, he has good reasons to think that. Competitive imbalance. The Yankees have been crushing the ball with these bats. If one team adopts this technology before the others, they gain a disproportionate advantage. The Dodgers, for example, have a talented team but continue playing within traditional rules. This could create an extreme disparity if the trend catches on. Home runs at any cost? Baseball has always been a game of strategy. The art of making contact, stealing bases, and the battles between pitchers and hitters are part of the sport's DNA. But if torpedo bats become the norm, baseball's essence could be lost. The game could turn into an all-or-nothing home run fest, reducing the value of tactics and pure skill. Will we lose the balance between power and finesse that makes baseball so compelling? Impact on pitchers. For pitchers, this is a nightmare. Imagine being on the mound knowing that any slight mistake could result in a ball flying 450 feet out of the stadium. This doesn't just hurt individual performance but also the integrity of the game, as it diminishes the importance of control and precision. Pitchers spend years perfecting their craft, working on their velocity, movement, and placement, only to see their efforts neutralized by a bat optimized for power. If this continues, could we see a drastic shift in pitching strategy? Could teams start investing less in elite pitchers and more in just overpowering batters? The danger of the custom bat era. If MLB doesn't set a limit now, what stops other teams from finding even more ways to optimize bat power? And more importantly, when does something stop being an innovation and start becoming cheating? Roberts believes baseball needs to define these limits before it turns into a free-for-all. Today it's torpedo bats. Tomorrow, will we see custom-shaped barrels that generate even more exit velocity? Could we see bats designed specifically for each player's swing mechanics in ways that distort the fairness of competition? Impact on the Dodgers. If torpedo bats remain legal, the Dodgers will need to adapt. But how? Should they adopt the same technology? Change their game strategy? Recruit more power hitters? The truth is, this debate is far from over, and Roberts is trying to protect his team from having to compete on an uneven playing field. Another crucial point is that the Dodgers have invested heavily in a well-balanced roster, combining power at the plate with speed and defense. If the game starts favoring only extreme power hitters, all that planning could lose its value. What happens to players who rely on contact hitting, stolen bases, and small ball tactics? Does this mean that traditional baseball skills will become obsolete in favor of brute force? And what about the history of the game? Baseball has always been about adjustments and counter-adjustments. Pitchers develop new breaking balls, hitters refine their approaches. But if technological advantages like these bats dictate outcomes more than skill and training, are we still playing the same game? MLB's responsibility. This controversy puts pressure on MLB to act. They have to make a crucial decision: allow the continued use of torpedo bats, opening the door for even more technological advancements, or put a stop to it before it becomes the new normal. Some fans argue that innovation is part of sports evolution. After all, players are stronger, training methods are more advanced, and equipment has changed over time. But at what point do these changes become unfair? Let's not forget that MLB has dealt with equipment controversies before. The league banned aluminum bats in professional play to maintain a balance between offense and defense. The crackdown on doctored baseballs and foreign substances was another effort to keep the game fair. So why not apply the same logic to bats? If the objective is to ensure fair competition, MLB needs to act quickly before every team is forced to adopt these bats just to keep up. Conclusion: baseball is changing, and torpedo bats are just the beginning of a larger debate about innovation and fairness in the sport. Dave Roberts took a bold stand by addressing this issue, and now it's up to MLB to decide the path forward. Will they step in and regulate this technology, or will we see a league-wide arms race where every team is scrambling to maximize bat efficiency? What do you think? Should this be banned? Or is this just the future of the game? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's discuss. Do you think torpedo bats give an unfair advantage, or is this just another step in baseball's evolution? Let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video with fellow Dodgers fans. See you next time.